Welcome to BRAE 141. Looking forward to getting this quarter started. I know it's been kind of crazy and up in the air, but it's finally here. So hopefully we can make this a good quarter and get back to normal soon. So this video is just a brief introduction to me and to the syllabus and that sort of thing. We're going to go over that and hopefully answer most of the questions you guys might have about what this class is going to look like this quarter. So my name is Garrett Forbes. I'm your instructor, quite obviously. A little bit about me. I'm from Eureka, California, way up on the coast near Oregon. I grew up there working on my grandparents' cattle ranch. Is now my brother's, but every summer I was making hay, running equipment, and that sort of thing. So everything that goes along with running the ranch, I was kind of involved with and still am. So, back when I was in high school, I started buying equipment and using some of my grandparents' stuff to make hay on our place and then hiring out to other places. And that's kind of how I made it through high school and college and that sort of thing. So that paid for a lot of my college tuition. I graduated from Cal Poly in 2016 as a BRAE grad, so bioresource and ag engineering. And pretty much right after that, I started teaching some different classes. So I've done this class a handful of times, once completely virtually, which was fun in the spring. And and yeah, so we'll see how this version goes, half and half. Other than class stuff, I am the tractor pull advisor. So, if you're interested in that, come talk to me about that as well. All right, so I'm going to share my screen here and we're going to go over the syllabus and go from there. Okay, so this syllabus is going to be posted on Canvas, so you'll be able to see that as well. Anyway, we're going to get started. So my name is Garrett Forbes. You can call me Garrett. You can call me Mr. Forbes or Forbes, whatever you'd like. My email is right there. So that's going to be kind of the best way to contact me. Most of the time, not a lot of people come to my office hours from this particular class, but anyway, my office is in upstairs lab 4, so building 8A, room 44F. So it's kind of the shops down there in the BRAE department. I'm in the shop 4 up on the top in the mezzanine in my office there. So that's where I can be found. I will be on campus. I do pretty much everything on campus, all my videos and lectures and labs and all that stuff I got to set up for is here on campus. So I'm going to be here. So my office hours are Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, 8:30 to 9:30. So if you can't make it to that and need to talk to me, shoot me an email. We can set up a time. I'm going to be here a lot. I am pretty busy this quarter. I'm teaching this class, another one for a total of 12 units of teaching. And then I'm also working on my master's. So I have another 6 units on top of that. So, I might not be the easiest person to get a hold of, but just shoot me an email and I'll reply and we'll be able to talk. Also, come talk to me during labs or something like that as well, if you're coming here in person. There's a couple optional texts. You don't need to get them, but these are what I pull a lot of the information from for the class for different operations and safety aspects and stuff like that. So that's just where I get a lot of the information for the class from. You don't necessarily need it, but anyway, that's where it comes from. All right, so a little bit about the schedule. So lecture is going to be 100% online, virtual, like Cal Poly is requiring. So there's kind of a theory about what we're doing, the different operations we're doing in class, in lab and stuff. So how that's going to work is there's going to be 1 or 2 videos posted on Canvas. So you'll be able to go on Canvas and find the lecture videos, and then there's going to be associated quiz with them. So after you watch the videos, take the quiz. It'll be a weekly thing, probably 10 to 15 questions like it says on there, that is quizzing you on those videos. The other thing, so I'm gonna do my best. I'm gonna post those early on in the week, those lecture videos, and then so that you have the week to that week to figure it out. But the big thing is I'm going to close all that stuff. Or you can watch the lecture videos at any time, but I'm going to close the lecture quiz down at noon, at 12 o'clock noon on Thursday. So there's two sections of lab for this class. There's a 12 to 3 section and a 3 to 6 question section on Thursday. So I want everybody to watch the videos that have done the quiz before lab, because that's what we're doing in lab pertains to that. So so it's all shut down before the first lab section on Thursday. So so that's the kind of one important thing to not miss. So you can always go back and watch the lecture videos again, but the quizzes will only be open probably from when I post them on Monday through noon on Thursday, and then that's when you'll have the chance to do that. I'll do my best to make the videos as concise as I can and not waste a bunch of time. I know it's difficult to sit and watch these videos for hours and hours on end. So just I'll do my best to make that short. I know there's like 2 hours of lecture per week technically for this class. It'll be a little bit shorter, definitely shorter than that. So I'll try to keep it down maybe around an hour or so. So anyway, there's that. Lab is going to be in person as long as everything goes to plan. So that should be good. Which is really kind of what this whole class is about, is getting out and getting familiar with this equipment and that sort of thing. So I'm glad we get to do that. Last in spring quarter, when everything was virtual, you really didn't get students really didn't get a chance to do anything on equipment. So that was no fun. So anyway, labs in person for the time being. I'm excited about that. And that's pretty much entirely based on participation. So there's not really any lab reports or something like that due. Sometimes, and especially in the first couple labs, I have you guys, when I'm discussing things and going over the machines, you'll follow along and write things down in a packet that I give you. But other than that, that's about it. And that, you'll follow along and do that and be done with it through lab. So there's not really anything to do outside of laboratory. Just show up and participate, and you'll be good to go. So a lot of students really enjoy this class. It's just a chance to go play in a big sandbox with these big tractors. So just show up and do your best, and you should be good to go. The midterm and final, there was going to be a midterm during week 5. Everything is going to be pretty much the same as the previous weeks, except it's only going to be one lecture video, and instead of a lecture quiz, there's going to be a midterm based on everything up until that point. And then the finals, similar type schedule, just during week 10, during dead week. There's going to be only one lecture video, shorter lecture video, and a 50-question final. For both of those, both of them are going to be kind of on the same program. They'll be due before lab during that week, and the reason being is that there will be a portion of the midterm and final that's going to be due in lab. So it's not going to be a big thing or anything like that, but I've done this a handful of times. It's kind of like, an ID thing. So you guys are get familiar with all these tractors, and I'll have a bunch of labels out there on the machine, and you have to tell me what those levers and pedals and all that sort of stuff does, or what, there's some different things about the tractor. So identify some different things and call out some different things and that sort of stuff. So a portion of it is in lab. So you'll get that, you'll get your final in the midterm. Will be, you'll do the kind of lecture portion in the morning, and then, or by that morning. And then the last portion will be a brief in-person thing. Usually, I think I've only really done like 10 or 15 ID things on a couple of the different tractors we have out there. So That's kind of how that's going to go. Next thing, grading. So it's subject to change a little bit. I usually don't have to change this class. Most people do pretty well. So, you know, I don't have to like curve the class up or something. I will if I need to, but most of the time I don't. But those are kind of where most of the points are come from. The midterm and final. Final's worth a little bit more than the midterm. And then you have all the quizzes and labs and such, and that sort of thing. So some of the COVID-19 stuff, just to reiterate, I know you guys have heard this, or hopefully you've been reading all the emails. Sometimes those things are kind of daunting to just look through, but so as it's going to pertain to our class, any in-person activity, we are all required to wear a mask and maintain social distancing. So it's going to be enforced in class for sure. If we are closer than 6 feet apart for a prolonged period of time, I think they said it's like 5 minutes or more, you have to wear a mask and the face shield. That being said, I don't think there's going to be an instance where we're going to be that close for that long, you know, for a long period of time in lab. But if you feel more comfortable with that, just be prepared with your face shield. Everybody should have been issued a mask and a face shield. So if you want to wear that, that's totally fine, and that sort of thing. But I don't think, you know, I don't think we're going to be that close for that long. All the labs we're going to have are going to be out in the field, potentially, or for most of all the labs are going to be out in the field. So there's plenty of room to move away from each other and maintain social distance and that sort of thing. If you would like to wear gloves, those can be provided as well. So they're not required or anything like that, but if you choose to, if you want to, it's totally fine. I can provide gloves. Just let me know. And then Cal Poly is taking this very seriously, and so if you don't follow the guidelines, you will be asked to leave. So please don't put me or your classmates in that sort of a situation. Just be respectful of everyone around you, myself, and all the other students, and just follow the rules. I don't want to have to be the bad guy and kick anyone out or deal with this or, you know, that sort of thing. So I don't care what you believe. If you don't like wearing the masks or anything like that, it's a requirement. And out of respect for myself and your students, please follow Cal Poly's guidelines. So if you don't, you will be asked to leave. Some stuff about classroom civility. Don't cheat on anything. Again, it's kind of out of respect for me as the instructor and you yourself. Don't cheat or plagiarize or anything like that, or I will turn you in if I catch you. So please don't do that. I'm not going to really accept late work or make up quizzes or anything without an excuse. So please, you know, if something comes up, let me know. I can work with you, but just be aware. Everything has a deadline and a due date, and I don't like having to go back through for each individual student and change things around. It's a hassle on my end. So please turn things in when they are due and go from there. So last couple of things are the course grades. Is super simple, A, B, C, D, F, all that sort of stuff. I will potentially, like I said, maybe curve the class up, but I don't think I've had to in the past. Usually everybody does pretty well. So that is that. I look forward to getting this quarter going and yeah, and going from there. So there will be a brief quiz on this introduction and the syllabus. It's really just meant to get you on Canvas and familiar with it and where the things are and that sort of thing. It is graded, just a couple. It's super easy though. Don't worry about it, and go ahead and watch the video, take that quiz, and we should be off and running for the quarter. So thank you. I'll see you guys soon.